to another episode of Laundry Day, where once again, it's time to air out some of that foul-smelling stuff. I do need to say right up front, though, unless the abusers I talk about have actually gone to court and have been convicted, all of the accusations are alleged to have happened. What can I say? In this litigious society we all live in now, I have to protect myself from some pissed-off pastor. Let's start with Thompsontown, Pennsylvania, where we're going to take a look at Daniel Reed, the former Assistant Director of Central Pennsylvania Youth Ministries. Now, here's a fine guy for you. He's been charged with taking digital photographs of naked teenage girls. Yeah, he had those pictures on his computers, and it looks like he got those pictures because he had a hidden camera looking into the bathroom in the ministry building where he worked. Way to go there, Daniel. Seems this 57-year-old put a lot of thought and effort into his abusing. He put a peephole and a two-way mirror in a utility closet that looked into the second-floor bathroom, which had a shower. A utility closet that only he had the key to. He had to slip into that utility closet, lock himself in there, then he could look through the peephole. Wow, he was quite the industrious abuser, wasn't he? A report was received from an adult woman who said he groomed her into a sexual relationship when she was a teenager. When they fired him, that's when they found the key to unlock the utility closet. They fired him because of the inappropriate relationship and the grooming of the girl. And then they found all of the other goodies. Man, oh man. I read that the bathroom was built in 2023. Hey y'all, I have a great idea. Let's build these wonderful young girls a new bathroom facility. They also found that when they were doing the investigation, text messages that he sent to 16-year-old girls encouraging them to make use of the facility. Y'all be sure to use those new bathrooms now. Got nice little showers and everything. He also said, quote, "Just don't forget to bring a change of clothes so you don't stink like a river all night." He went on to say, in May of 2023, "We have showers at our house and in the center. See you at the center." Little did they know he meant literally, "I will see you at the center." The day after the discovery of the peephole, law enforcement went to his house to serve the search warrant, and they took his computers, his phones, his hard drives, everything. And of course, on those, they found 7 images of teenage girls in states of undress, allegedly from that hidden camera. They also found images of other people and other bathrooms and bedrooms, all on hidden cameras. According to the complaint filed against him, when they checked his computers, he seemed to have an interest in spy cameras. And some of the other things he searched for: hidden camera sex convention, iTeen babysitter hidden camera, spying nude women bathroom on a vanity camera. Well, he was quite the little busy beaver while he was doing his research in his office, wasn't he? Building his little spy camp and all. He's been charged with, let me see. Right now he's been charged with attempted production of child pornography, possession of child pornography. I'm going to keep an eye on this guy. So far, just those charges have been brought concerning the pictures. He groomed the 14-year-old girl until she was 17, so I anticipate charges forthcoming on that as well. Now we move on to Bishop Charles H. Ellis III. He's the longtime senior pastor of one of Detroit's most influential and largest black churches, Greater Grace Temple in Detroit, Michigan. This is not abuse related to children, but there doesn't have to be children involved for it to be clergy abuse by pastors. When adult church members are involved, it's what is called an imbalance of power, when they leverage their position of authority in the church. Their view by many that they are representations of God. They use that to entice people, typically women, to do what they want. The manipulation and exploitation can be really subtle and clothed in religious speak, making it very difficult for victims to recognize they are even being abused. The The former member of Ellis's church, Melody Walker, has come forward, and she said that in 2022, when she was 22 years old and Ellis was 47, they had an on-again, off-again relationship beginning around 2018. She said, when you're 21 or 22 and you're in a bad place in your life, they offer support, they offer encouragement, and you are at such a low spot in your life, you grab hold to that. You hold on to that because you think they're helping you. They convince you that they are wanting to help you. They want to be your friend. Sorry, but friends don't have sex with friends when they're just trying to help them out. This is exactly what imbalance of power looks like and what form it takes. Oh, Ellis? He's been married nearly 37 years, and he will tell you happily. You have to wonder. He's also come out publicly and said that he was aware of some of the social media posts that a, quote, former member of his congregation with whom I had an inappropriate relationship. What is it with the inappropriate relationship lingo? Why don't you just be straight up and say, hey, this woman that I had sex with about 15 years ago, she's saying stuff. No, they have to couch it in religious wording or temper it down to an inappropriate relationship. He's also said that he's contacted an attorney because a lot of things the woman is saying that they're deeply troubling and that they're untrue. Of course they are. So because of the nature that several of them are wrong, he got legal counsel. One of the things she's saying and showing proof of is a bank account that had both of their names on it. Now I'm sure his wife loves that if it's true. Ms. Walker also said that she's not coming forward now to, get him in trouble or to make things messy or to get revenge. She just wants to tell her story. And you know what? She has every right to do it. She has said that she wants other women to know and be aware so they're not in the same situation. Kudos and props to her. She said, I just finally have the courage to talk about it. Good for her. Seems Ellis made a post on July the 7th on social media. It was his birthday, and he described his family as one of God's greatest gifts. He went on to say, my wife and I have enjoyed almost 37 beautiful years of marriage, traveling the world and building a life rooted in love and faith. He also wrote, to the ones who know me beyond the mic, in the message, I love you more than words can say. Okay. I believe you. I believe you, Bishop Ellis. He has also released a statement. Of course, he's asking for continued prayers for himself and his family. But he also says, I want all of you to pray for her now and her family, and that his deepest hope is that all of the parties involved can find peace and healing. I bet you do. I bet you are really concerned about the woman and her family. Sorry, I'm not buying it. It also appears that this isn't the first time Ellis has drawn some not so good attention to himself. In 2018, he had to publicly apologize to, you ready for this? Ariana Grande. Now, why in the world would he have to apologize to her, publicly in fact? Because it seems that when he was on stage with Ariana Grande, of all places, get a load of this, at Aretha Franklin's funeral, now, he probably didn't, and he said he didn't mean anything by it, but it looked like his hand was against her chest when he greeted her. He said it wasn't intentional. I would never. How many times have we heard that? I would never. But he said it. It would never, ever be his intention to touch any woman's breast. Really? What about Melody Walker, the woman you had the affair with? Pretty sure that was pretty intentional. But with Ariana Grande, with her, he thinks maybe he just accidentally put his arm around her in the wrong place, and maybe his fingers just landed on the side of her breast. Maybe he said, maybe he crossed the border. Maybe I was too friendly or familiar. And again, he apologized. I'm so sorry. I did mention that he is the senior pastor at the massive, I guess that's a mega church, Greater Grace Temple. And I like this. This is how he notified his congregation when this story broke. He sent them an email around 8 o'clock at night. Part of it said, "I recently was made aware of social media posts shared by a former member of our congregation with who I had an inappropriate relationship 15 years ago." Well, that's nice. How about you go Sunday morning and you stand up on that pulpit in all of your bishop regalia and you tell your congregation in person how you cheated? How about you do that in person, Bishop? You know, like a man of honor who owns his mistakes. All right, moving right along to good old Bob Jones University in Greenville, South Carolina. I haven't heard much about Bob Jones U in a long time. Let's take a look at Stephen Kopp. That's Kopp. Kopp is a former Bob Jones University employee and was the director of their EDU campsite, their summer camp, from 2018 to 2024. According to the arrest warrant that states from November 2023 to February of 2024, he was allegedly involved in multiple sex acts with a teen victim. These incidents included oral sex as well as vaginal and penile penetration, according to a probable cause affidavit accompanying the warrant for Kopp's arrest. Sadly, it looks like this teen was under his guardianship during the time. He was acting as a custodial guardian for the victim during the incident, per the affidavit. His indictment noted he was in a position of familial, custodial, or official authority to coerce the victim to submit to his alleged sexual abuse, which made this much worse. He was charged with second-degree criminal sexual conduct with a minor. He was arrested April the 16th, 2024, and then got out on a $25,000 bond. Of course, Bob Jones University released a statement, but in case you're not familiar with Bob Jones U, allow me to cite this from their website. It says that the EDU camp provides a friendly and fun summer program for campers to experience God, develop life skills, and consider possible career paths. Okay, and it looks like it's maybe fourth graders, seniors. After Kopp's arrest, they said that, quote, they're aware of serious allegations involving a former employee and that they're fully cooperating. Don't they always? And again, speaking about the alleged abuses, they said these crimes were not alleged to have occurred on campus or have been related to his employment. They don't fall within the annual higher education reporting requirements established by federal law. So yeah, as always, didn't happen here, so we're not liable. Didn't happen here, so we're not overly concerned. Didn't happen here, didn't happen here, didn't happen here. Might not have even happened at all. At the very least, okay, let's say they didn't have any legal standing to do anything. But morally, maybe morally, they might feel like they should report it. I mean, he was there. He was a camp director for 6 years. He probably encountered hundreds, if not thousands, of kids. So much for Bob Jones University being overly concerned about the children at their camps. Thanks for sitting through another installment of Laundry Day, where I air out the church's dirtiest secrets. I know, not exactly sunshine and rainbows, but hey, somebody's got to do it, right? If you appreciate me digging up the dirt the church would rather keep buried so you don't have to, then please hit that subscribe button. And a thumbs up would also be greatly appreciated. It tells the YouTube gods that I'm doing something over here. And for the love of all that's unholy, drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Make no mistake, there will be another Laundry Day, because as we all know, some stains just won't come out.